Ricardo Trujillo-Rojel is another example of a violent offender that's been in and out of the Utah court system.
And tonight, 2 News reporter Leslie Duarte spoke to domestic violence advocates and Utah lawmakers about what more can be done. So Leslie, what did you learn tonight?
Jim, Heidi, the suspect in this case is unfortunately a violent and repeating offender. Unfortunately, advocates here in the city of Ogden tell me that when they work with domestic violence victims, this story usually repeats itself.
We need to do more in our state to protect victims.
Amber Basso with YCC Family Crisis Center in Ogden says in the last few years, Utah has made progress to protect victims, but it's not enough.
We need laws that reflect the seriousness of these crimes. We need offenders to be held accountable and victims to know that they're not alone and we're here to help them.
In 2023, Utah passed a bill that requires law enforcement officers to take assessment reports when responding to domestic violence calls. Since then, data shows more victims are coming forward.
Why does it seem that time after time the system fails victims of domestic violence?
I know it is sometimes difficult to prove these cases and that the courts are backlogged with cases. And so getting plea deals and so on, so then they're pleading to a lesser crime. That allows this to keep happening.
I called Utah State Representative Galen Benyon to ask what more can be done. She says organizations helping survivors need additional funding. Last session, she introduced a bill that would have given $1.4 million in funding to domestic violence organizations, but it failed.
We just need to fund these nonprofits so that they can fully support and help these people that are in need in a time of crisis.
Representative Galen Benyon says the bill failed because there was a tight budget this legislation year. However, she hopes to reintroduce the bill next year. Reporting live in Ogden, Leslie Duarte, KUTV 2 News.
Leslie, thank you. A good reminder here, if you or someone you know is the victim of domestic violence, help is always available. You can call the 24-hour statewide hotline. That number on your screen, 1-800-897-5465.